Hello and welcome. I'm Anand Naidu. Thanks for joining us. On the eve of the Geneva II peace conference, the Syrian government has been accused of war crimes. A report compiled by 3 international lawyers claims there is photographic evidence of the systematic killing of about 11,000 detainees. Most of the dead were men between the ages of 20 and 40, many apparently showing signs of torture. The report contains some 55,000 images taken by a Syrian military policeman who secretly worked with a rebel group. It was released as all sides gather in Montreux, Switzerland, for talks on ending the 3-year conflict. We'll have a special report in our Insight segment, but first this report from CCTV's Richard Bestick.
The sleepy little lakeside town of Montreux has effectively been shut down for these critical Syria peace talks. Security, as you would imagine, is tight. The hotel where the various participants will be gathering for their talks is ready and waiting. But there remain a number of questions as to whether these peace talks can be kept on track.
There's a question about the commitment of the rebel groups represented by the National Syrian Coalition. Less than half the coalition's membership voted to attend. There's a question about control the coalition has over rebel fighters on the ground in Syria, whether they'd accept the deal. Then there's the issue of what's on the table when the talks open here in Montreux. The coalition believe it's the formation of a transitional government to see Syrian President Bashar al-Assad removed from office. The Syrian president has said his representatives will talk about removing terrorist groups in Syria waging war on his government. Among the Syrian rebel groups, expectations from the peace talks are low.
It will take very long time, and it will be a very tough negotiation, and the result will be not enough for the Syrian people, not enough.
The best that can be hoped for, it's being said, is agreement on humanitarian corridors for the millions of displaced and starving victims of Syria's civil war. Ironically, perhaps, a fitting example of the scale of the challenge facing peace negotiators is tranquil Montreux itself, with its 25,000 inhabitants.
That entire population would need to be killed 5 times over to match the human toll from the Syrian civil war over the last 3 years. Richard Bestick, CCTV, at the Syrian peace talks in Montreux.